So, ready to do some more viewer reacts?
Yes. Yes, I am. How about you?
Yeah, I could do some more.
Okay, sounds good.
I keep getting them. Like, I'm wanting to do a thing where we do, like, one viewer reacts and then another thing.
Yeah.
But we're getting so many of these that I was like, I'm going to have to do 2 in a row. Or we're never going to, like, people are going to be sending them. We're going to be doing them next December. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting backed up, so
it's good problems to have, I guess.
It is a good problem to have, but I don't want people to think we're not getting them or, like, you know what I mean? And then they stop sending.
Yep. No, I'm with you there.
It's a weird threshold.
Because we appreciate it,
to
be honest.
For sure.
All right, so first up,
we have this
lovely
witch thing.
Yeah, this badass witch.
Coming out of the skin or something. Does this look like skin break to you? Or
I'm still of the mindset that this is smoke.
Yeah, smoke.
Of a graphic nature.
A graphic smoke.
Yes.
There's so some... What do we do for background? Graphic smoke.
Graphic smoke. I'd be interested to see how much that lightens, but at the same time, I think it's going to be relatively similar to what you see there.
Yeah, I find it... any of these backgrounds that just kind of happen, like they don't make sense of the piece necessarily. They always put me off a little bit. But then again, you could continue this theme down there and you could build more off of it. So it makes sense in a way, but just to me it's like, what does this have to do with her?
Yeah, and it does kind of draw your eye to that.
Yeah.
Whereas your eye should be drawn to her face because her face is dope.
Yeah, I really like the face a lot.
Yeah.
It's undersold with this background for me.
Yeah.
I like the hands. They look a little like claws or talons,
Yeah.
but I think that was probably done on purpose.
Okay. Why wouldn't you have gone bigger with this?
Yeah, you could have made this like most of the arm.
Yeah.
Like her head could have been the entire outer bicep.
Yeah. Which would be very nice.
Yeah.
And
then
you could get more detail. You could be...
Yeah.
It would be way more striking than having so much of the arm be background.
It almost looks like someone's flash piece or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like this was just something in a book, and then we also are going to fill up the arm, so we're going to just throw some stuff, and it was this size, so here we go.
If you're the owner of this piece, let us know how it happened.
And what the plan is.
Yeah. How are you going to continue this? What comes next?
Because I like this. This vibe is cool.
Yeah, dark and spooky. I enjoy it. Little white highlights in the eyes are nice.
Oh, yeah. Piercing.
Yeah.
And, this will be very cool if it keeps going. I just am curious to see what the rest of the arm is planned for. If the rest of the arm is planned.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. All right, next up, we have this thing going on.
Yeah, so we have a huge, chunky graffiti script over top of a blue fish of some kind.
Let me see. Yep. There's a very, very light hammerhead shark.
Hammerhead shark.
With a very light blue and some very bold lettering on
They
the top.
achieve the effect of obscuring the original tattoo.
Quite, yes.
But they don't cover it so much.
Not so much on this.
You think the original intention here, I know what's going to end up happening is quite different, but do you think he was thinking of filling this in?
Yes. I think he was thinking big, chunky block lettering to cover all that stuff. And maybe even color.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think he got this thing when he was drunk or something, the original one? Or do you think, what do you think happened there?
It's a weird placement.
Yeah, I want a hammerhead shark on my chest. Line it in blue.
In the center.
Say no more, fam. We got you.
Yeah, I got this. Sit down.
Yeah.
I got the lightest shark in the world. The blue,
It'll
blue.
cover easy one day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll barely put this in there so you can slap something over it. Except for the fact that light blue is so hard to cover.
Just like, yeah. I specialize in tattoos that will be covered one day.
Yeah.
That's all I do here.
Man, there are some tattooy trends where I'm just like, all right, future cover-up. Let's keep it going here.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so this is stage 1, and then now we're into stage 2.
Yeah, so that
Far
became
bigger.
this. And
slightly more aggressive.
You can still kind of see the edges of those letters.
Yeah, a little bit.
But this is what we talk about, the evolution of tattooing, right?
Yep.
We go from, I have $20, what can you give me?
Give me a hammerhead.
I have $200, and now I have a budget, right? Now I can afford to get tattooed weekly. And so I get this now.
Yeah.
And I really, really like this guy. This is my big problem with traditional and little black worky things typically is they're just small.
Yeah.
This is a huge traditional black work type deal.
Yep.
And it covers the whole torso. I fucking love it. Like, this might be one of my favorite tattoos we've had sent.
Really?
Yeah, just
Nice.
It's totally my vibe.
Yeah, it is.
But like, this is a really dark piece. You've done a lot of pain, like, but you avoided the nipples.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm docking 5 points for that.
You gotta dock some points for
Yeah, I'm not even docking some points. I'm docking a lot of points for that because you had the balls to do this, guy.
You have some terrible spots tattooed.
Yeah, exactly. I think worse spots than the nipples.
Yeah.
For overall unpleasantness, because the nipples are only like typically. I mean, if you're not me and doing them 7 times, they're only going to be like a minute long.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're only
just
going to
glaze over them.
Yeah, you're there and done in no time. It's a quick sprint.
Yeah.
You can bear that.
Yeah, and it doesn't break up the image.
Yeah, it would have made this so much cooler if you just didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, where would nipples show up on this? You ever see this thing out in the fantastical wild, and it's just nipples coming up his fucking wings or horns or whatever the fuck? You're not going to see this guy with nipples on his ears.
If you do, send us a photo, because that's wild.
So yeah, no, you got to do the nipples, and then you send this thing back to me when the nipples are done. I'll give you a 10 on that.
Yeah, then we'll have it'll be complete.
Yeah. And I'm not even saying, oh, if you do. No, you have to.
Yeah,
when you do,
yes.
send this thing back. We'll have more to say.
Exactly.
I do like the fire that they just added. I wish it would stay this color.
Yeah.
Like
it does separate, pushes the face out a lot when it's like that kind of hue of red.
For sure.
Which, I mean, hey, something to entertain. Maybe just do that.
Yeah.
That might not be a bad idea.
I don't know what red ink you would have to do to get this kind of rust look.
Well, I would just wash it out. Like, you could take any number of inks, but just, like, wash it out so you get kind of like a watercolory fade approach to it. Because you don't want a lot of red. You want it to have that just kind of, like, busted up hue of red.
Yeah, because I know that's not what he was going for with this. It's going to be largely gray in there.
Yeah.
But man, oh man, does that ever push the face out of that shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's almost 3D.
I actually don't know why people don't do that more. Because it's not like we can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, we can cut down inks to make them wash, basically, right? So you can take a whole set of red and make it a wash.
Yeah, there's not a lot of outside the box thinking.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Tattooing is still very
interesting.
Like, this is a tattoo.
Yeah,
right?
this is, well, I mean, we are talking about a traditional tattoo.
We do it this way.
Yes.
Right? I don't know. I really like the way it looks with
I do too.
that coloration right now. But
Man, it pushes that face so much.
It's still going to be cool, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Badass. I like it. All right, next up.
We have this guy again.
Yes, round 2 on him.
He's gone through some more shit.
Yeah. Some pain on this one.
So this is transformed a good deal. He's more colorful now, a little more animated.
I love it.
The backstory was sent with this one, as I understand.
Yeah. Yes. So, should we read this?
Hello again. Here's the latest work on this, perhaps never-ending back piece. I'll give you a little backstory this time. So I was a hopeless drug addict for most of my life. I have been clean from all substances for over 4 years now.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
This is art, in a way, represents a sort of transformation from the person I was to the beautiful being I am becoming. The Latin mortem tyrannus loosely translates to death of tyrants,
nice.
yeah, and is somewhat symbolic of me breaking free. My stepfather, growing up, was very abusive, and I no longer have to carry the burden or shame with me anymore. I hope this story gives you better insight to what I hope to achieve with this piece, and I would like to be elated for you to I would be elated for you to share it on an upcoming episode of Remy Reacts.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Congrats, man. That's really great.
What that says to me more than the story is how personal tattoos can be.
Yeah, 100%.
So people will go, "What the fuck does this mean?"
Yeah.
Right? Like, we did it.
Oh,
what the fuck is this thing? But I knew there was something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just didn't know what.
Because it's so bold. You know
and
what I mean?
like, you can even see it in the imagery now. Like, this creature is spitting out a man.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this creature before is probably who he thought he was once.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what he's seen his past self.
Yeah, he's breaking free.
And he's kind of reincarnating. And you know what? I went through a very similar, but for different reasons, transformation. Not just like, because like my first bodysuit was what I wanted to look like when I was younger. And it was just kind of, I got there later. It was kind of jet lagged. But when I was covering up, it's like, I kind of didn't want to look like that when I was older.
Yeah.
When I finally got to that point, it was like, this isn't really me anymore.
Yeah.
Right? And so it was too flashy and too I don't know, too colorful and too bright. It's like a child's version of me.
Yeah.
You know, so I understand that idea of the never-ending journey, and like he said, this will probably continue evolving. And
Yeah.
like
It's a badass metamorphosis. Is what it
my
is.
only thing would be, you got a lot of canvas still. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you can make this your whole life.
Yeah.
Like, you can make your whole body that.
Yep.
I would go even bigger with this, and I would use as much space as you can to tell this story in your own way.
Yep.
That'd be my only thing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
But I do like the I like this one more now than I did before. It's got more of that trash polka look than it used to even.
Yep.
They got more of that paint splash going on, and
Yeah.
the only thing that isn't trash polka is all the green.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a really cool custom tattoo.
Yeah, it's a hard contrast. I just keep thinking, like, man, what if I had a consult and this was the idea? Like, I don't even know how I would approach it. Like, the guy who
If you
did this
would.
is like some skill putting together an idea. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you get these people to come in and they'll tell you, like, oh, I want to get a thing like this. What can you design
Yeah.
for me? And it's like, you kind of have to have an idea.
Mhm.
Do you think this guy had a loose idea himself? Or do you think he gave the artist full room?
I mean, I think he has a pretty specific vision,
Yeah.
but in terms of how to approach it, probably a lot of freedom, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool one, and thanks for sharing the story.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. All right, next up.
We have another chest piece.
Yep. I like this a lot.
I like it too, but again, the nipples are bugging me right away.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice them. See, I think they did a good job of picking the color roses to distract away from the nipples.
It's just so close to the nipple.
is
Just
so
fucking
close.
kill the thing.
And I feel like they did dance. Yeah, they danced right over top of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're
So,
right
I
in the
mean, At some
neighborhood.
point.
I find the areola worse than the nipple itself.
So yeah, I mean, you've delved in. You know what I mean?
When you're on the areola, it just feels shreddy.
Yeah.
Like it feels like not tissue is just too thin. It just
Well,
doesn't like it.
It's sensitive.
It doesn't like it. But
Yeah.
I like how the font is pushed forward here with the heavy black
Yep.
around it. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. I like the approach to this tattoo. It's very like striking.
Yeah, I don't have a hard time seeing how this thing continues.
Yeah.
Usually I'm like, how do you continue this with such hard borders? But they've already done that. You know,
Mhm.
they just do more of this.
Yeah.
If you want to do up and down, you can make a whole theme of this.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is a great approach to like something that could be full torso.
I like these kinds of things because it's not like you're going to see this like on Instagram every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's completely different.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not your typical wolf sleeve or whatever.
No.
Right?
This is very graphic.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. I like the colors in it. The different take on like a fire rose type thing.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily my cup of tea, but I do give a lot of points for creativity on it.
Yeah. This is more my cup of tea.
Mm.
All right. Next up.
Some creepy baby things. What are these guys? I feel like I recognize them, but I don't know what.
I have no idea, and I assume somebody does. I was thinking like Cabbage Patch Dolls, maybe.
We're
but
getting more and more of these like creepy like kids type
Yeah.
tattoos with like like almost like a sadistic vibe to
yeah,
them.
I'm a little worried.
Like yeah,
You know.
yeah. If I woke up and these things were in my room in the middle of the night, I'm terrified.
Oh,
This is the
100%.
beginning of a horror movie.
Yeah, I would assume
Right.
I would be murdered shortly after.
But yeah, like the Teletubbies recently, like the same thing, like
Yeah.
that. Like we have a real like fascination with like cute imagery becoming morbid,
Coming to kill
like,
us?
Yeah, like
Yes.
we turning into a horror thing. Like, have you seen this? We've talked about it actually. The fucking Winnie the Pooh or whatever
Oh my
horror
God,
movie.
yeah.
Like that is
It's
way more
terrifying.
frightening than it needs to be.
Yes. Yeah, that movie has no chill.
Yeah, exactly. Like that idea though of turning something that we like grew up with as kids into
Yeah.
something frightening.
Something playful into
What
something
is
terrifying.
that? Where does that come from?
I mean, from our nightmares, from the sounds of it, you know? It's like that one kid who watched Winnie the Pooh and then had a nightmare about Winnie the Pooh coming to kill him and then later decides to make a movie about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like you get freaked out by something so well and you're like, man, you know what? I should terrify the rest of the world with this.
Yeah. This scared me. Let's see if it scares anyone else.
So this bottom doll has killed 2 people according to those
Yeah.
tattoos on its face.
Yeah. The teardrop is a sign you've killed someone, right?
Yeah, he's a gangster.
Yeah.
And he's kind of happy, sad-ish about it.
I do think these were done fairly well.
Yeah, they're
nice
clean.
and clean.
Yeah, they're
Just
super
like-
clean.
I hate this style. I really do.
Yeah?
Like I think these are good tattoos. Don't get
Oh,
me
yeah,
wrong.
they're very good.
Man, I hate this kind of like ignorant placement and So I think no idea like what the fuck you're gonna do to connect all this. It's gonna be some poor
There's
tattoo
no
artist
connection, bro.
like
Just
job to kind of go. Yeah, I guess I could dot your arm for 4 hours.
I don't even think dots are gonna happen on this one. I think they get that, and then it's just the negative space humming along.
See,
like
for
that
me,
is a
this
vibe,
just,
you know.
It just gives me a headache to think about.
I know, because you want full saturation.
How the fuck do I do this?
You don't.
I feel like, God damn, I didn't have any plan for this.
I mean, it's a good thing that you're not getting this, but at the same time, we could do that on your leg, just in black on black. We'll just line out a bunch of weird dolls.
I feel like something like that will happen on my leg.
Probably.
And then maybe I'll get the appeal more. Because even when my legs weren't blacked out, like I had big pieces and small pieces, but they were placed nicely.
Yeah.
You know, like they were like in specific spots, in specific formations that made sense.
Yeah.
This is like, I have this arm here. I'm just going to start sticking things on it all over the place. And we'll see what we get in the end.
Yeah, why not, you know?
It drives me nuts.
That's reasonable. That's fairly reasonable to me.
But they're cool.
Yeah, they're clean. That's
Yeah.
the main thing, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's clean. And they look pretty settled.
I
so
would
have a
never
feeling that's the way it's
discourage
gonna stay.
anyone from sending these or
No, of course
getting
not.
these, but
It's just not for you.
yeah, it's kind of driving my OCD a little wild.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. Well, that's the long and short of it there. Sorry,
Yep.
creepy doll head things, but Jared will not be getting those tattooed on him.
No more of these.
All right, keep on sending your tattoos, and we'll keep getting creeped out by them, I guess.